We are live now. We are live now. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We are live now. We are live directly. Good evening, Nigerians.
Good evening.
Good morning in some places. Good afternoon in other countries. I'm so excited to be here. It's a privilege. I'm greeting our viewers all over the world. Thank you for joining us on Blessing Liberty Foundation International. My name is Blessing Titiloye, and I'm so glad to be here this evening. I sincerely want to appreciate our guest speakers. I want to appreciate our Tutor General, Permanent Secretary of Education, District 1, Lagos State, Nigeria. And I sincerely want to thank Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan, all the way from US, and we're also expecting Mr. Ajulo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All our students, our principals, our teachers, viewers all over the world, you're welcome to this segment. And I believe that within this hour, whatever you're going to be hearing this evening will mold and impact your lives. And at the end of the day, you will go home with something tangible. Not only with something you will be glad that you came on this platform. This is Blessing Liberty Foundation International, which was created in 2007, about 14 years in December. And this month makes it a year that we started live on social media. And this evening, we are looking at the topic that says social media effect on students, its contributions, and its deficits. Quick one, we are quickly going to be looking at the profile of our guests. And we are going to look at the profile of our guest, our Tutor General, the Permanent Secretary of Education, District 1, Lagos State, who is here live with us, Mrs. Margaret Solarin. She is the Tutor General, the current Tutor General of Education District 6, Lagos State, Nigeria. She is a graduate of the prestigious University of Lagos, where she studied philosophy and also bagged a master's degree in education. I want to say that she has served in several capacities as a classroom teacher. She has also worked as an education inspector at Shomolu Area Office of Inspectorate Department. She has served in several capacities. She's going to be speaking with us this evening, and it's going to be an interactive one. We are going to be welcoming questions, and we are going to be answering your questions on this particular topic. I want you to feel free to ask your questions. Our mommy in the house, I want to appreciate you and I want to celebrate you. Mommy, can you just say hello to everyone?
Hello, everyone, and good evening. It's good to be here. I'm happy to be here.
We celebrate you, ma.
Thank
you so much, ma. And we also have Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan, all the way from USA. He is an IT expert and he has served in several capacities. is a leader in Association for Credible Leadership in Nigeria, which I'm also a member. Is a seasoned information technology professional who has served various Fortune 500 companies within the United States and Nigeria. It brings to the table a broad breadth of IT service management, project management, business management, and leadership experience. Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan, can you just say hello to everyone?
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. This is Blessing Titiloye. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I hear you live.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now we go straight into the topic of the day, and it's going to be an interactive one. Looking at the topic, social media effects on students, its contributions and deficits. If we look at it, mommy, we discover that during exams, a lot of our students, they go into exam malpractice, where they bring in their phones, even external examination, so many negative effects. Mommy, I would like you to speak on this topic, that what are the major contributions of social media effects on students? One of the deficits that I've seen is exam malpractice in the examination of during WAEC and even at the university level. Ma, you can have the floor, ma.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes,
Good
ma.
evening, everyone. Particularly our students that may be listening, our teachers, our principals, parents, stakeholders generally. When this topic was given, I found it very interesting, sincerely, because it has been a topic that has been kind of worrisome to me personally.
Okay.
The social media. How do we see it? That is the first question to me. There are two ways to social media, two ways to it, particularly in the field of education. It can be used in a very positive manner that can even enhance academic excellence. I think that is the first thing we must know.
Yes, ma.
Then secondly, the other side of it, the negative side of it. So I will not want us to look at social media in the negative aspect. No. There are two ways to it, just as I've mentioned. Now, as I always tell students everywhere I go, whenever I go to schools, I always make sure I find time to speak with the students. I said to them, if I were to be in your generation where you have access to social media, believe me sincerely, I will be having all A's in all my subjects. Why?
Fantastic.
Because if you discipline yourself, you know the site to go. You know the site to access. You know the site to go to that will give you good information about everything you are doing. I was just, before this program, I was speaking with my son, who is going to be 19 just next week. And I put it to him, Daniel, what's all this about? Let's discuss it. And you know what? He told me, he said, Mommy, you cannot make students not to go there, not to access social media. But you can advise them on the need to go to the right sites.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
how they can use it to enhance their academic excellence. You know, presently our SS3, their literature book is Midsummer Night Dream.
Yes,
I
ma.
googled Midsummer Night Dream. I downloaded it, and I've been reading it. So that anytime I go to school, I can talk to students on it. I did not buy the book. So that is one of the advantages. If students can use it in that manner, sincerely, we won't have any problem about academic excellence. Our students will do very well. They would have read ahead of this class. They would have prepared questions to throw to teachers to answer, you know. But
Yes,
the other way, it is very distracting. And that is a major problem. It distracts them. They spend a lot of their time on it. They go even to sites that they should not go to. Imagine a student watching pornography in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
What will be the benefits of that to chemistry or to physics? So to me, what we should do really is to enlighten them about the advantages of social media and the need to limit the time they use on social media. Social media can be very, very good if they go to the right side. Just like you mentioned, examination
Yes, ma.
malpractice. You know,
Yes,
recently, before any paper, a site will say, pay certain amount, take questions. Unfortunately, we have come to realize that they are all fake sites. They just take students' money and that is it. Students should be made to know this. So I think the major thing is enlightening them, talking about it, not shying away from it. You can't say they should not go, but let us guide them to where they should go and the advantage it can give to them, the information they can get from social media. I told you I just downloaded Midsummer Night Dream.
yes, ma.
And I've been reading it and I find it very interesting. I
Mm.
mean, I didn't buy the book now. It's there.
Yes.
So many textbooks they will have access to on the social media. But they must be guided sincerely. They must be guided. And that's where we have the parents. And parents sincerely must find time with their children. That's the problem we are having presently in our schools. Parents should find
Yes,
time
ma.
with their children. They should go to their room. Let me see what you are looking at. Let me see what you are watching. And all those things. And I have also tried to look at ways to reduce the negative aspects of social media, what students can do, what we can tell them to do to limit the time they spend on it. I think in the course of our discussion, I hope I'll be able to mention some of these things. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I'm guessing we
Okay,
lost
very well.
the.
Okay. But let me mention some of the things we can advise students to do to reduce the time they spend on social media. First, they must create time for their studies and limit the time they spend on social media.
Yes.
It's very important. For
For
instance,
instance,
they can
they can
create
create
schedule. For
schedule.
instance, I
For
want to
instance, I
spend
want to spend
10 minutes
10 minutes
on
on
social media.
social
That
media.
10
That
minutes,
10 minutes,
stop
stop
and move on to
and move on
another
to
thing you want to do.
focus. Wow.
It is very
It's
important.
very important. Thank you.
Now,
Now,
rather than
rather than
spending the day on
spending the day
social
on
media,
social media,
create
create
time, maybe for
time, maybe
sport,
for sport, yes,
school-based
school-based
activities.
activities.
You can
You can
get involved
get
in
involved in
essay
essay
writing.
writing.
You can create
You
time
can
for
create time for
debates,
debates. Yes, ma'am.
something to take
Something
your
to take
mind
your
away
mind
from
away
social
from
media.
social media.
I have
I have
realized that
realized that
a student
a
that
student that
stays so much
stays
on
so much
social
on
media,
social media,
they don't do
they
very well
don't
in
do
the
very well.
class.
You are right, ma.
Some of them, do
Some
you
of
know
them,
that
do
they
you know
spend
that they
all
spend
through the
all
night
through the night
browsing?
browsing?
I have seen a
I have
case of
seen
a
a case of
student
a student
who spent
who
all the
spent
night
all the night
browsing.
browsing.
When he
When
gets to the
he gets
class,
to the
he'll
class,
be doing like
he'll
this.
be
I
doing
hope you
like this.
can
I
see
hope
me.
you can see me.
We are seeing you clearly, ma.
So he'll be, so he cannot
So he
listen.
cannot listen.
At the end of the
At the
day,
end of the day,
he was asked
he
to
was
leave,
asked to
and
leave,
that's an
and that's an
undergraduate.
undergraduate.
He was sent out
He
of
was
the
sent out of the
university. I
university.
mean, this is
I mean,
a
this
real
is
life
a
story.
real life story.
I'm not
I'm
telling you
not
some
telling you
fiction.
something.
Wow.
So
Excellent.
So
it's very
it's
important
very important
that our students
that
know
students
what they are doing.
know what they are doing.
Just as I told
Just
when I
as I
was
told when I was
speaking with my
speaking
son
with my
some
son
minutes before
some
this,
minutes before this,
I said,
Yes,
look
ma.
here,
I said, look
for
here,
instance, in
for
Lagos
instance,
State,
in Lagos
it
State,
is free
it is
education,
free education,
Yes.
but it is
but it is
taxpayers' money
taxpayers'
we are
money we
using
are
to
using
fund
to
education.
fund education.
So I cannot
So I
imagine
cannot imagine
how a
how
student
a student
will now
will now
spend the whole
spend
time
the
on
whole
social
time on
media
social
to
media
the
to the
detriment
detriment
of his
of
education.
his education.
You now spend
You
6
now spend
years
6 years
without bringing
without
anything.
bringing anything.
What happened to
What
the
happened to
taxpayers'
the
money?
taxpayers?
You see, that is
See,
why
that is
we must
why
show
we
interest.
must show interest.
The parents
The
must show
parents
interest.
must show interest.
All
All
stakeholders,
stakeholders,
because I don't
because I
want
don't want
the tax
the
deducted
tax
from my
deducted from my
salary to be
salary to
wasted.
be wasted.
And that is
And
why
that is why
those of us in
those of us
education, we are taking extra, we are using extra time to make sure we talk with these children. We talk to them, we encourage them, you know, because just recently I just told some of my people, I said, I am not
I am not
interested in
interested in
punishing these
punishing
students
these
again.
students again.
They say, why?
They say why?
I said, not,
I
not
said
punishment.
not punishment.
Let us
Let us
counsel them.
counsel them.
I realized
I
that
realized
punishment
that
will not do
punishment will not
much.
do much.
But
You
when
are
you
right,
But
ma.
when
counsel
you
them,
counsel them,
eh, my dear,
my dear,
don't you want to
don't you
become
want
a
to
great
become a
person?
great person?
Do not
Do not
allow
allow
your
your
environment to overwhelm
environment
you.
to overwhelm you.
I always talk
I
to
always
students
talk to
about it.
students about it.
Some of them,
Some of
they say,
them they
they are
say
from
they are from
Agege.
Agege.
No,
No,
don't allow the
don't allow the
environment to
environment to
overwhelm you.
overwhelm
Ride
you.
above
Right
the
above
environment.
the environment.
We have seen
We
great
have
people
seen great
coming out
people
from
coming
certain
out from
environments.
certain
So,
environments. So,
it's just like you're
it's
saying,
just like
can
you're
any
saying,
good
can
come
any
out of
good come out
Nazareth?
of Nazareth?
Wow.
So,
So
we need more
we
of
need
counseling.
more of counseling for them.
Then use live examples for them.
I always use myself
I
as
always
example
use
to
myself
our.
as example to our students.
I said,
I
look
say,
at
look
me.
at me.
My
My mother
mother
used
used
to
to
tell me
tell me
when I
when I
was
was
very young.
very
My,
young.
my
My
mother would say,
mother would say
Titiloye.
Titiloye.
She will say it in
We say
Yoruba.
it
So
in
permit
Yoruba.
me
So
to say it
permit
in
me to
Yoruba
say it in
first.
Yoruba
I
first.
will
I will
translate.
translate.
Okay.
I will translate.
I will translate.
Yes.
My mother will
My
say,
mother will say
Titilayo,
Titilayo.
ìran mẹ́ta
Ìran
kì í
mẹ́ta
tòṣì.
kì í tòṣì.
Hmm.
That is
That is
Titilayo, my
Titilayo,
daughter.
my daughter.
3
Three
generations cannot
generations
remain in
cannot remain in
poverty.
poverty.
Wow.
So you
So you
must change
must
the
change the
narrative of
narrative
your
of your
family.
family.
Because I want
Because I
them,
want them,
to
I want them to
identify themselves
identify
with me,
themselves
with
with
my
me
own
with my own
background.
background.
Mm-hmm.
My
My
mother
mother
was not
was not
educated,
educated,
but still what
but
she
see
brought
what she brought
out
out
of our own,
our own,
discipline of the
discipline of
children
the
and all that.
children and all that.
I always tell
I
the
always
people, I
tell the
also
people,
tell
I
them,
also tell them,
I say it in Yoruba
say it in
again.
Yoruba again.
I tell you these
I tell you
children,
these children,
the Yoruba
the
they says,
Yoruba they
nínú
says,
ìkòkò
nínú
dúdú,
ìkòkò dúdú,
Lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ funfun ti ń jáde.
lẹ̀kọ̀ funfun
lẹ̀kọ̀
tí ń
funfun
jáde.
tí ń jáde.
That is,
That is,
look at the
look
case
at
of my
the
own
case of
mother,
my own
not
mother,
educated.
not educated.
But look at her
But look
daughter
at her
today.
daughter today.
So
So
I'm trying to
I'm
tell them,
trying to tell them,
don't let your
don't let
background,
your
don't let
background,
because your
don't let
mother is
because
not
your mother
educated,
is
your
not
father,
educated, your father,
change the
change the
narrative of
narrative
your
of
family.
your family.
So the same
Thank
thing
you.
So the
with this
same thing with this
internet thing.
internet thing.
We just need
We
to
just need
encourage
to
them. They
encourage them.
can't take
They
their
can't
phones
take
from
their
them.
phones from them.
That's right.
Even if you do,
Even
they
if
will
you do,
always
they
get
will
from their
always get
friends.
from their friends.
So what you
Thank
can
you
do,
so much.
my time is up.
No, you've I want to say you have just dealt with the topic so much, and I believe our students are hearing, our teachers are hearing, our principals are here live. You can hear what the Tutor General said. That statement that nínú ẹ̀kọ́ funfun nínú
Nínú
kòkò dúdú
kòkò
lẹ̀kọ́
dúdú.
funfun ti ń jáde, you know. So even there's the wise man said that we should train up a child in the way he should go, and when
And
the child
he
is
will not
old,
depart
the
from it.
child will not
He will not
depart from
depart
it.
from it.
Yes, as students, I believe you are hearing this. You have heard so much of what our mommy said. She has wealth of words. If we give our mommy time, our mommy is a teacher, and you know, teachers, we can speak hours, we are not tired. The teacher in mama is speaking, and wow, we are not taking this for granted. We really celebrate you, ma. Thank you so much. I'm still coming back to you, ma. And a quick one, we want to go to Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan. And as an IT expert, sir, from the wealth of your knowledge, of knowledge and experience, can we say that there are more advantages, more contributions of social media effect on students? That's one. Now, if we look at what pops up when you are on the internet, sometimes you see nude pictures, and you know it's whatever you visualize that stays long on the memory. What can we say about how can students avoid this? How can they curb this? What are the methods? What are the methods we are going to use? What do you advise? What's your take on this? That how can students be focused, and from your wealth of experience, avoiding pornography, because from this it leads to masturbation, it leads to lesbianism, homosexualism, even to robbery, killings, and so many things. Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan, you can have the floor, sir.
Yeah, thank you again. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir.
So I think we're having a feedback. I don't
Okay.
know who probably
Yes,
have
you're having feedback.
who probably have two devices on at the same time. Maybe you are on the Facebook at the same time you are connected on. So if you have that, I think we may need to turn some of it off. Yeah. So maybe I'm guessing it's probably some of us in the studio. So probably you are watching on Facebook and at the same time you're in the studio. I think you have to turn off one. Now it's better. Now it's better now. Because when Mrs. Solarin was speaking, I think we were getting feedback. But I think it's okay now. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I think it's a bundle of questions. I will do my best to just address it and pick on some of the things that Mommy said. My perspective will both be from the Nigeria point of view and, of course, from where I live currently. Yes, before I get to the pop-ups, spawns, and that you talked about, we cannot overemphasize it. Social media, opportunity for internet, it's a great thing. And I'm just hoping that any Nigerian youth, child would take good advantage of it. But the reverse is the case. Mommy mentioned a lot of opportunities, and I'll add to it, like, it creates a form of social connection, and which kids nowadays they need. They need to, collaborate, and connect more. So social media is a tool that brings that, to them. Gone are those days that while we grow up, we don't have that kind of opportunity. But today you can be in, Lagos, and you are collaborating with somebody in, even abroad, So I'm hoping that students can take good advantage of this, and use it to their own good. I don't know if people are aware, like Facebook, for instance, there are some educational group on Facebook that can be created for educational content and purpose. These are one of the things that I'm expecting that, Nigerians, youth, teachers should begin to, like, channel the students towards, other than just, flipping pictures and, stuffs around. So I see social media as a very powerful tool, in the hand of, anybody that has it. But here's the caveat. It's also a two-edged sword. As beautiful as social media is, you can take it to advantage. It also have its disadvantage. And one of that lead me to the question you are asking about, uh, they get pop-ups, because see, the people that uh, most of these things, Facebook is free, Twitter is free, Snapchat is free, Instagram is free, but there's a way that this company make their money. And what they do is that they play on the content on your what you like most, what they perceive that sites that you go to. So based on that, they create content and push it out to you. Hopefully, hoping that you one day probably make a decision to click and buy or click and get involved or do stuff like that. So one major thing to curb that is I don't know how vast some will be in terms of, but if it's a school, for instance, or a home that have the understanding, I would say create filters. There are ways that parent can ensure kids are limited to some site, that they are not able to access some site. So that is very possible. So that will answer your questions about even porns, x-rated sites, site that kids are not supposed to get onto. It is very important that there are rules, there are access control rules that can be set. I'm speaking in the IT times now, that can be used to curb students from getting into sites that they are not supposed to. So that's one. Now, I also want to, like, let parents know, parents, teachers, kids. I call social media a very powerful tool. When I started out, and kids, as we all know, you give a child one, he wants to take two. You give them two, they want to go five. So parents, that's the essence of parents, that's the essence of teachers, that's the essence of people that are leaders that are overseeing them, to ensure that they are able to, like, curb them. So there have to be rules. Let's say in a family right now, there is a social media time, so to say, if that's possible. And I think a parent should look into that. I'll tell as a matter of fact, my kids, I did not, I know it's tough, even with the kind of country that I live in. I tell my daughter, she's 11-year-old and she needs a phone. I say, unfortunately, you can't get it. It's tough for me to say no, but I can't give it to you. And she's like, oh, my friends have it, and that's that's the peer pressure that is there right now. But I'm hoping, God help me, I'm able to still push it. I said, oh, until you turn 16, maybe when you are able to, like, but I know 16 is a very far journey. So I'm hoping I can push it maybe 12, 13 or whatever. But what I'm trying to do right there is to help them to understand that yes, you can do these things, but there are limits to it. So I would say parents need to look into curbing their children. You know, I mean, that's my own ideology. You don't have to take it, but I don't see what a 11, 12 years old is doing with phone. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I live in a country where you should have it. But I really don't see what's an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old, even a 13. If not, maybe you are trying to, like, uh, get them to, maybe you have to pick them up after school and you need to call them maybe for that purpose. Yes, then I can provide a phone. But if outside that, what's a child of 10, 9 doing with a phone? these kids cannot control it, so we need to, that's something that, parents, that's something that teachers, that's something that, people that are in the place of authority in schools need to make clear, and that's another way to curb it. I happen to also, be a leader in one of my church, in a church, actually. And I talk to teenagers in church sometimes. And I tell them, some of them come to class with, to Sunday school with phones, and they claim right now that, oh, they have their Bible on their phone, maybe you're a Muslim also, they come to their, to Jumat or whatever, and they say they have their Quran on phone. I tell them, unfortunately, you cannot. So I reach out to their parents. You need to get them a Bible. If you're a Muslim, let them know you need to carry your Quran. You understand? Not on the phone. So by the time we begin to do all these things, because the distraction is there, even for we adults, how many times have you said, I'm not going to go WhatsApp? And before you know, you open WhatsApp, you read the first message, the second, the third, 30 minutes is gone, 45 minutes is gone, an hour is gone. So if an adult could get quickly lost in doing that, sometimes I tell myself, oh, I'm at work, I'm not going to access WhatsApp. Maybe once in a while, I just like, maybe there's some urgent message I have to, attend to. But you still see that sometimes it's a struggle for adults, to even work on how much more a 12, a 13, a 14-year-old. It's definitely going to be a struggle for them. So we need to ensure we, counsel them, let them understand, yes, it's good. Oh, yes, they can have access to internet at home if that opportunity is for such family, but you are controlling that time that they spend on internet. And the moment that time is over, and technology has made it so easy, you can make it, okay, you're only going to have your computer time from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you configure it so that after 8 p.m. it locks. They can't do anything. It locks itself and, they can access it. So these are things that I would, aside just saying that I'm creating filters, I'm trying to make sure that they don't go to some site. There are some other rules, that parents have to put in place. Now, I will close it by this. I don't know if we're going to get to it. In my world here, there, and I happened to attend, actually, it was a parents teacher thing, and I decided I need to be part of it, And what they've noticed is that there are more depression, anxiety. You understand? I don't know if that's getting into Nigeria right now, but in my world, they noticed that, and my kids' school, called and they need to they actually brought expert to, train parents to talk to parents and all that. So one of the things that I caught from that, training was that there is what they call body image. And I when Mrs. Blessing talked about it, in fact, she was going to say maybe I didn't have the time, but I said, because of that, I really want to create time to, speak on this, because hopefully it helps someone, You see, the more, let me describe it this way, anybody that posts their picture on the internet, they put their best picture there, even adults. You understand? If I take 10, 12 pictures right now, I have to sieve it through before I put it on. You understand? And that's creating a kind of challenge for kids. You understand? So a 12 or 13-year-old, especially girls among them, seeing this beautiful picture of this person, and, thinks that's how the person is. Whereas that is the best of the best that the person can ever give. So they are trying to play a catch-up here. You understand? And depression sets in. Oh, I don't look good enough. they begin to have this conflict within them, that brings that kind of anxiety, depression, and all that, which, statistics have shown, So we need to be careful about it. And that's one thing parents need to also let their kids know, that what you are seeing on the internet, it's not real. You understand? We need to tell them, oh, that boy dresses so good, that girl looks so good. It's not real. It's just how do I call it? Uh, I don't know how to put it that. Now it's just it's fake. It's a fake.
Make believe. Make
It's
believe.
make believe. You understand? So do not, try and be playing catch up with such. You understand that because you don't look like this, then you cannot be part. And remember one thing, lastly, that as a child, there is this and that's why peer pressure is there too. As a child, there is this sense of belonging that a teenager wants to have with our peers. You understand? So when he or she is not getting that, things begin to happen. So this is important for parents to know, for teachers to teach students about that internet life is fake. Just put it like that. You see people, whatever they put there, all is just make believe. You understand? So do not kill yourself trying to be like that person. And I hope I tried to just
Wow, that was fantastic. Mama, did you enjoy Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan? He said, internet life is fake, make believe. Hmm. Wow, that's powerful. Powerful. Thank you so much, sir, Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan. For those that have missed Mama, we are still coming back to Mama. But quick one, we want to have Mr. Olajide Ajulo. He is a lecturer at Lado Ekiti State. Lautech, Lado Akintola, yes, University. And he's the CEO of Treasurefield. He's going to be speaking this evening. And a question says, what age are we children are supposed to have a smartphone or even be on social media? I think Mr. Adeyinka answered that when it was like, even his 11-year-old son does not have a phone. Well, from Mr. Olajide Ajulo, our lecturer at Lautech, we want to know, like I said, he is the CEO of Betterfield Treasure Services and he's also a lecturer at Lautech. In a quick one, sir, what's your take that, yes, sir, I want you to look at it that, yeah, Mr. Adeyinka has talked about porn, talked about so many things, but sir, what's the advice to parents? How do we discipline our children, our students from this social media, overuse of social media? Do you know there are some students that 24/7, even when you wake up 12 midnight, they're online. What can you say? What advice can you give us, sir? You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
The truth of the matter is that I do tell people, of course, it's a general saying that where the purpose of a thing is not known, the abuse of it is inevitable. Coming to the first question you asked, that okay, at what age can a student engage in the use of smartphone or getting connected to the social media? The truth of the matter is that precisely, I can't give a specific age. The reason is this. Years back, it is known that, okay, before you can gain admission to the higher institution, you are probably above the age of 16, 17, or even 18. But these days, we get to understand that many students gain admission even to the university way below the age of 14. How some of them are managing to do that, I don't know. But if a student gets to the university earlier than 16, 15, and we are in a computer age or technology age where assignments are being given to students even online, we cannot, because such a child has not gotten to that age of 16, 17, 18, and then prevent such a student from using smartphones. So it now falls back to the parents. How do we ensure that our children are making the best use of the internet? Now, thank God the Tutor General is part of this platform. One of the things I would say is that both home and in school, we need to include in our curriculum to start teaching our children. Let the parents start teaching them from home the essence of that uh,
We can't hear you.
Okay. Mr. Jide, Olajide, Ajulo, we can't. Okay. Well, while we're still waiting for him, Mama, there are many questions online now, and we have less than 20 minutes to go. But I have a question. Ma, what's your advice to parents? You know, there's a case of a parent that even she's a teacher. Do you know that throughout the lockdown, she never allowed her daughter to use a phone? She was like, the smartphone is with distractor, this, that. What advice do you give to our parents? Especially that some of our parents, they don't come for PTA. They don't know what is going on among their children. I want you to advise our parents that giving close monitoring to their children. You know, in a quick one, that what advice do you give to our parents? How can we look at it that at the end of the day, we have a new Nigeria emerging, we have good leaders, we have students being honest, not taking to fraud on the internet. And one more thing I want to say is, this a lot of our students are into Yahoo. A lot. In fact, by the time they come in the morning, they sleep in the class. Ma, in a quick one, what's your take on this, ma? Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
ma.
Thank you very much. I
Yes,
can
ma.
see Adeyinka Daddy. How can we restrict ourselves as a
Okay.
student from social media? This thing is throwing back again, please. So let me quickly say this. Students, the best way to restrict yourself is to discipline yourself. Instead of going to social media, instead of going to those sites, give yourself a timetable on how to study. Make sure you do that. If you do that, it will reduce your time on the internet. Then for parents, sincerely, as a teacher myself, we have realized that some of our parents nowadays don't pay more attention to their children. It is very unfortunate, and it's a big problem. If you call meeting of parent forum, as we call it here in Lagos State, if you have students of 100, you may not have parents of 20 attending. Where are the 80? Where are the other parents? Where are they? They have gone to look for what they are going to eat, as they say. And remember the Yoruba proverb that says, "Ọmọ tá a kọ́ ló máa gbélé tá a kọ́ tà." May our children not be like that. That is, if you fail to teach your child and say you are building a house, the child will sell the house to someone else. And that is the end of it. But it is my prayer that our children will not be that. So how can we stop that? Create time for your children, for God's sake. Create time for your children. How many parents check their schools, the children's schools bag? How many of them even know they are the teachers of their children? I always tell the parents whenever I have opportunity of talking. When my own children were in primary school, they are nursery, myself and their teachers were the best of friends. because I will always go there. Parents meeting, I'll be there. Christmas time, all these programs for children, I'll be there. So the teachers know me. So if I want to ask, how is this one doing? Mommy, this, no problem, this and that. But some of the, do you believe that some parents don't know the classes their children are? I remember when I was a teacher some years back, a parent came to the school and we asked, Baba, what class, Lamonyiwa, what class do you have your child? Is it SS1 or? I don't even know. Baba, you don't know the class. And you say you have a child in this school. It is as bad as that. So please, parents, we all remember our own parents brought us up. Why can't we help our own children so that we can have better future, secured future? Please, let us discipline our children. Let us find time, create time for them. And I was also seeing some questions. How can we guide our children as to what to read or what to see on the internet? Just tell them that first, as Christians, as Muslims, teach them the way of the Lord first. Then tell them things that are not beneficial. Because if you say pornography now, I said, what reference is that in chemistry? Or what reference is that in physics? If you say pulse betting, because now they also do pulse betting on the phone, I will tell you, what is that maths? Or essay writing in English? So you tell your children, whatever is not beneficial, whatever you know that if mom is coming, you quickly hide it, then it's not good. Let them know that whatever they are watching on the internet, that anybody work on there, they want to hide it, it is not good. It is not good. So anytime you tell them that, I think that will touch their heart. What if you have to hide? What do you have to hide? So put it aside and spend your time on something beneficial. That even if your teacher asks you, what did you see on the internet? The topic on atoms, I was able to check it and I even checked some past question on it. And this and all this you can get. So parents, please, let us give more time to our children. That is a major one. For now.
Mommy, thank you so much. It's a privilege and I'm so excited. A lot of our friends are online, a lot of parents are online.
Yeah.
Once again, this is Blessing Liberty Foundation International and I'm the convener. My name is Blessing Titiloye. I'm also a teacher at Omole Senior Grammar School. This is my 12th year in teaching and my angel will be 14 years this year. We run this program every last Sunday of the month. And next month, I can assure you it will be filled with better and greater experiences. I want you to click in for counseling, for advice. You can drop your questions. You can also watch this again and again because it's permanent on Facebook. In a quick one, because I'm running up on the dot of 6, we welcome Mr. Olajide Ajulo again. Can you just give us a summary for like 2 minutes? Then we have Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan. Mr. Olajide Ajulo, sir.
Thank you for it. Sorry for the
Yes,
interruption.
sir.
The disappointing one. In summary, this is what I would say. Parent has a lot of role to play in moderating children or students in general on how to use social media. It has a lot of advantages. It's turning several into millions today. And of course, it's exposing us to more of things we need to know, even outside school. So what I would say is that both the teachers in school and the parents at home should devise a way of having a scheme or a curriculum that can be transparent enough for both the parents at home to use and even the teachers in school to use in order to encourage even our students and our children to make the best use of social media. There is no two-way to it. You can't prevent them from using it in absolute sense, except they are still under 11 or 12. So in summary, I will say it again, every parent must just the way students or their children put the social media into use. And of course, people are getting smarter day by day. And so if we leave them without being controlled on how to use this social
Okay, Mr.
Yeah,
Olajide
I think
Ajulo.
uh,
Yes, I think we
maybe a
couldn't
connection.
get him. You know, he's far away in Lautech. Okay, Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan, I believe you can see the question online.
Mhm.
That say, is it bad
For students.
for students to create study groups? And I want you to take two in one question. I have a question in mind, sir. Do you know a lot of our students they want to make money now? Negatively, they are making money in internet through Yahoo. That's what we discover. Sir, what advice do you give students? To me, I write books. I sell my books on the internet. Sir, what's your advice to combine the two questions together? How can we use the internet financially to make money financially? And the other question that the student asked that what creating
Study group.
study group. Thank you very much, Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You and I'm getting feedback again. Okay, it's better now. All right. Yeah, thanks for those questions. I would do my best to quickly take it because I also want to touch on quickly some of the things that Mrs. Solarin mentioned and the other gentleman was trying to talk about. So, see, whether we like it or not, a child would ever always be a child. And to just tell a child, oh, don't do this or that, I don't know how many times, it's not like that, So I would say parents, there is a responsibility on, saddled on you to ensure that you curb them. You understand? Let there be phone time, internet time. You are still their parent, right? So you should be able to, curb that. And that's very important. Yes. And you watch a child, the more you see their development and the responsibility, that's the more then you can allow them to have their own time and decision on how they use the phone. But if you see that this child is not even able to manage him or himself or herself, I don't see why you should be letting go a phone. It's dangerous. And I tell you, it's really dangerous. There's a lot of things that kids can get to online that before you know it, I was reading something about them even doing challenge online. Challenge that could kill them. I'm telling you. Yeah, things like that goes on. I don't know about, so you have to be, internet can kill. You understand? And parents should understand that. And if students are also listening to this program, you should understand that as good as internet is, it can kill you too. It can destroy you. You understand? Even though you are not seeing it, but I mean, you are not seeing the people you are interacting with physically, but it is possible. So let's be careful with that. And that brings me to the question that somebody asked: that can I give a phone to my child at 15 years of age? I won't say yes or no, but just like I've said, let it be. You know your child, and you know how responsible that boy or that girl is. So you will know if he or she is due. Like I give my own instance right now. I told my kids, like, you are not ready for it. And when they are ready for it, I will know. And then I'll give it to them. But of course, they have access to the internet at home and I can watch it. I know the time. This is the time you can spend on the internet. And once that time is over, oh, daddy, please, can you add more? Maybe some days I feel good. I give them 1 or 2 hours more. And some days I say, no, you just have to cut it. So that's very important. parents need to help the children. Don't leave it just for the children to do. Now, on top, the question about money and all that, I have this to those people doing Yahoo and all that. See, the brain that you are using to do all those scamming, if only you know how powerful the information network, the internet is, you can use that same brain. The boy that developed Facebook, Mike Zuckerberg, did it at 21, 22 years of age. Probably if I'm probably even younger than that. And many of these development. So settle down, and you have resources on the internet. You have
Yes.
opportunity for a lot of things that we, while we are growing up, we do not have. So you can take advantage of that and solve problems, social problems, community problems, problems, problems is all about solving. And when you're able to solve problem, that's money right there. That's opportunity right there for you. I was talking to somebody recently. I have an idea and I was sharing with that person, like, because see, the world is a village right now. Why is America right now, Europe, they're taking jobs to China? Because they know that if I'm going to pay $20 an hour here in the US, I can get that same thing paid for maybe like, much, much cheaper abroad, somewhere else. So why don't you begin to look at such opportunity? I tell some youths in Nigeria, you can earn money if you know what you are doing and you are able to do it well. You can be in the comfort of your room and earn money. You understand? People will seek your idea, they will seek your, your intellect, and you. So to cap it up, if you are trying, somebody is telling you Yahoo is the way, it is not. How much do you even want to make? And the police, they will still catch you one day, whether you like it or not. But if you develop yourself, you understand, you can do better. You can make multi-millions of naira or dollar if you are able to develop yourself. So that's there. And lastly, the creating of study group. Beautiful. It's great. Facebook has that option. Go right there, with your account, log in there, the Facebook study group, share with your friends. In those days that we are doing something, if I want to learn math with my friend, I still have to go to his house. You understand? Or he has to walk down to my house. Maybe we have to walk almost a kilometer,
Yes.
But you don't have to do that anymore. So you have the generation now, you have powerful things in your hand. Take advantage of it. And history, we have it on record that much was given to you and you delivered on it. Thank you.
Excellent.
Great.
Wow, I believe our students are excited.
Great.
And as a round-up, I would like our mommy to just say a word of prayer to our Nigerian youth in very few seconds, because we're running up in 1 minute, in 2 minutes time. Like I said, this is Blessing Liberty Foundation International. You will see our contact there. You can contact us. We hold this program every last Sunday of the month. I believe that one day this will get to the government. This will get to the global, it will go global, and we will be blessed. Everybody will be excited. Mommy, just say a word of prayers for our Nigerian youth, our parents, our principals, our teachers. Thank you, Ma. You can have the floor, Ma.
Thank you, Lord, for this great opportunity. It is my prayer that the Lord will guide our children right. The Lord will touch the heart of our parents to pay more attention to their children. The Lord will guide all our principals and teachers to guide our children right too. It is my prayer that Nigeria will be a better place, and we shall all witness it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Wow. Thank you, everyone. We have less than 60 seconds to 6 o'clock on the dot. I want to appreciate our Tutor General. Mommy will love you. Appreciate Mr. Adeyinka Fadehan. I appreciate Mr. Adeyinka and Ajulo. And I also appreciate my husband for giving me this opportunity. If it's not there for me, who am I? I appreciate my parents. I appreciate everyone. My siblings, you're doing fantastically well. We want to say bye for now. We'll see you next month again. Last month of the month, July. God bless you. Love you, everyone. See you.
Bye.
Love
Bye.
you.
Bye. Okay, thank you. We can leave.